right, so I'm here with Minjay. He is Korean Canadian, right?
Yeah.
你们口音警察要不要听他的英文有没有口音 Minjay is someone I met last year when we were doing some parties. You know, we used to party a lot. I used to go out, okay. And he's a big social media influencer here in the West, on Instagram, on YouTube, TikTok, all platforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now maybe tell everyone about yourself.
Name's Minjay. Actually, I go by MJ now.
MJ.
MJ, yeah, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. Will and I, we met last year when we were partying, and now, I do social experiments on the TTC, which is the public transit here in Toronto. Right. So, the main underlying themes are, positivity.
Right.
Okay.
All the craziness. Okay, I'm gonna link some clips here. You'll see what he's talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you. I love you. On the count of 3, let's sing for she's a jolly good fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow.
Some of them are a little crazy.
Right.
Should be downplaying this. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of those videos are pretty bold, right? You just literally, walk into public transit and just what do you typically do? When you get to, let's say, a TTC bus?
Okay, so kind of my day is I would have ideas from the night before, or I would think of ideas in the morning, and then I would prepare a little bit about whether it's a script or how I'm gonna, how I envision how the video will go.
When did you start it?
I started this past summer of last summer, 2025.
Okay, interesting. So what really inspired you to start making content in this nature?
So I was actually at a really kind of lonely point in my life around last year where I wasn't seeing a lot of people. I was I wanted to get out of my head and start connecting with people socially, and I started doing it with individuals on my everyday walks during work, and then one day I saw a group of people outside the TTC, and I realized that kind of free will kicked in, that I had free will. So I got their attention, and then I said something positive.
Like what?
I was like, excuse me, everybody. Hope you guys all have a great weekend.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then they looked at me kind of funny for a second, and then they all started smiling and laughing. And then I realized at that moment, I was like, oh, I got a positive reception. Let me start doing it.
So you said
places.
At that particular moment, free will kicked in, right?
Yeah.
So what was kicking in your brains? Now I need to say that to that crowd.
So I was already filming my individual interactions.
What do you mean by that?
Let's say during my lunch break, I was going complimenting people, greeting people.
You're already doing that. Okay.
Yeah. I was I was showcasing my journey online, and then right when I saw I did my first group and I saw a group reaction, I was like, oh, let me do it at another place. Let me do it to more people and see their reaction. And so I started doing that, whether it was, getting coffee at Starbucks or Tim Hortons, or, when I went to the mall, just anywhere there was a group setting, I would just think of something kind of funny or positive to say. And I wanted to see the whole group's reaction.
First of all, it's actually very, very brave of you to do something like that. It's definitely not the norm. But when you decided to do something like that, was that because you wanted to, is it part of your transformation journey? You want to have a better social life, or it was more for content? You want to grow on social media, or a little bit of both?
Yeah, it was definitely both.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's it's 2026. Most of us, we all know that. I think most of us, we know that, building a personal brand is something that a lot of people want to do. So I was trying to think of good ideas on how to do so. And I thought that this one is building your social skills while showing your journey online. I think it's something that people want, something that helps me, you know, grow as a person. It was a bit of both. So it was both. Yeah,
right.
Pre-planned already.
So personally, I'm pretty familiar with this concept of just, you know, going out and striking up random conversations with random people. But I think this concept is pretty foreign for a lot of Chinese people, right? They'll be like, this is crazy, right? How can you just walk up to strangers, you know, saying random stuff for no reason? A lot of people might think it's a waste of time, right? Because let's say if you want to expand your social circle, why don't you just build upon your existing friend group or going on events? Like, what made you want to do practice your social skill in this particular way?
So I truly believe that it's like the first 3 seconds of like when we're trying something new, we always have that like kind of nervousness about like going in and putting yourself out there. And when you train yourself to do that every single day, it gets easier and easier. So doing that to like individuals, definitely, like you're saying it, to your point, like it helps translate to now, since you're, you know, you're socially warmed up, you have the reps in, you know, you've gone up to many different types of people. Now when you go into real situations that matter, so whether it's, you know, with your existing friend group, it's a networking group, or anything else, right? Going up to women, it becomes a lot easier because you've trained yourself so many times on going up to that new situation where you put yourself out there.
And nothing else is scary anymore, right? Once you go through this level of intensity of social training. I remember, so a lot of people I know right now, they are always surprised. Like sometimes I come across like very confident. Even right now, I'm going on singing lesson. Recently, I was on this semi-final for like a singing competition. And I was enjoying the stage. I was not afraid at all, like zero anxiety. And a lot of people are like, how did you do it? And to be honest, everything stems from my experience of code approaching and talking to people, to be honest.
That's good.
Yeah, like staying present, you know, because when you're talking to strangers, you have to stay present, right? And then you kind of learn how to be in a state, right? Then you can translate that to other areas, like on like sales or like singing, performing on stage, acting. Now like when I go to social events, like damn, so easy, because social events you already have rapport, right? Because people are there to meet other people. You're there, people already assuming a certain level of status, right? It's not like complete cold approach. So when you're in that situation, after you're training in the toughest environment, it was, you know, the cold approach setting, and becomes much easier.
Like you already see it even in like the way you walk and the way you enter a room. It's like once you put in those reps every day, you have that kind of swagger, that inner confidence, knowing that you know whatever room you enter, like you can handle any situation,
absolutely,
or anything that comes at you. And like your point of like being present, it's funny because in the beginning when you start like going on your, you know, social skills journey, I used to like always like try to like plan out conversations, or like being like, oh, I'm gonna say this, then they're gonna respond this way, then I'm gonna say that.
I got a notebook. I had all the like openers. Back in the days.
And then you realize that every time you plan it, it's like the person that you goes up to, it's like universe or God, but it's like they always throw you a curveball, and like they say something completely out of the blue, and like in the beginning, it's happened to everyone. Like you like freeze, or you're like you don't know what to say. And then you realize you're like, oh, you learn, you're like, okay, just go in there like fully present, fully confident, and expect anything. Just put yourself out there and then trust yourself that you know how to respond properly and take it to the next step. So just like things like that, like doing all the reps, it gives you these insights from the embarrassment. Like you were saying, like, oh, like I know how to, you know, doing a singing competition, you're not like a trained like professional singer, but like, it's just that you've been through so many reps of like, you know, kind of embarrassing yourself, right? And failing that now it's like, oh, okay, like it's not that bad.
You feel safe now.
Exactly, you feel safe to express yourself. You can read social cues better instead of just being stuck in your head. And that helps you just be able to fully express yourself even more. And that's what people want. They want to see the real self come through, not like the shell and like the ego of like you coming off half-assed or just like protecting yourself.
The state of non-resistance, right? Yeah. So I feel like every time you want to resist certain feeling, the energy, it always backfires. But if you're just completely surrender and let go, you get into the flow state. That's how I feel. Yeah. Even remember when I back in the days when I first started, you know, meeting strangers, even talking to girls, right? Like picking up girls and stuff. I would force myself, right? I'll get so much anxiety every time I be on streets. It's like, now I have to approach. If I see someone pass by, if I cannot approach it, I'll give myself so much guilt.
Yeah.
I'll put so much pressure on my shoulders. Like, damn, you just failed.
Yeah,
right.
I went through that too. Exactly.
Yeah, and then I got to a new realization. That was completely a bad mental framework, right? You shouldn't be punishing yourself, and you should allow the feeling to flow through you, right? Even you feel nervous. That's how I feel. You know, even if you feel nervous, you feel like you cannot do something, just acknowledge it and just feel it and internalize it. But don't punish yourself for it. You know, otherwise it becomes a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Right. Because you're just sub-communicating that you're not good enough. Right. There's never that point you're good enough, because there's never going to be a point you'll be anxiety free. Right.
Yeah.
Just setting yourself up for failure. Like if I see a stranger I cannot approach,
yeah,
I say, shit, I'm nervous. I'm a pussy now. I'm a pussy. Yeah, when you just
temporarily I'm acting, but it's like you're gonna get over it.
Yeah, but when you say that, it takes away the pressure.
Yeah.
Now you can do it. You know, now I'm a pussy.
What do you think of like guys who are just starting though? Because you mentioned earlier, it's like when I started cold approaching too, or practicing my social skills, there is a little, I think, degree where like you kind of do like have to force yourself in the beginning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
If you're like just
100%. Yeah.
But after, like you were saying, it's like, oh, like the processing after that, it's like, don't beat yourself up, or like don't beat yourself up, or you know, have goals that you have control of. Inputs, not like, oh, like did I get her number, or like did I get a good reaction from that person. It's like, oh, like did I go up to that person, being fully present, you know, did I speak, you know, from my chest, did I make good eye contact? It's like those goals, you start to switch what you can control, and that helps a lot.
I used to have like a bullet points.
Me too. I think we all do.
You know, it's like chest up, you know, tonality, talking down, you know, instead of going up the pitch. Like I still remember that time. But 100%, I do think for a brand new beginner, you need to have a level of disciplines just to get the reps in. You just do it regardless. Right. And then naturally you're just gonna upgrade and evolve. And transcend to the next level. To like we were talking about earlier, like to that, the true like internal confidence. You know, I'm doing the social experiments on the public transit, and then basically what I'm kind of doing that for, I am doing it for like, you know, positivity, you know, giving hope in the world and all that stuff for sure. Another main part that I'm doing it is because I want to show people, you know, how social confidence is actually built rep by rep. In my 20s, I've always really been entrepreneurial. I was so focused on that, of wanting to become successful, that I didn't maintain or keep any of my friendships from high school and from university. And so I really lost like 95% of them. And then, so you want to make money, right?
I want to make money,
and didn't work out.
It didn't work out. And I wanted to, because there was like a little ego driven in me where it was like, man, my friends like me, but like maybe I was like a little bit overlooked in high school. I was popular in university, but like I wanted to be, I don't know, I guess that guy in university as well. So I was like, oh, like how will people respect me? It's like, oh, like become like young, rich and successful in your early 20s, and everybody will want to hang out with you, and you'll get lots of girls, and you'll be respected, and all that stuff. That was like my, like, I guess like ego driven mindset, like back in the day. But none of it worked out, lo and behold. Everything that I went through, from like failed entrepreneurship, losing all my friendships and social circle, and then COVID happened. I had to rebuild my social circle from zero. as an adult now.
Yeah.
And then you realize, like, because I used to be an extremely popular kid since elementary school and in high school.
Yeah.
I played sports, I was a part of student groups and everything. I was like, oh, like, how do you do this now when you're an adult? Because the rules are different, right? It's like, you don't go to your sports team you don't go to practice and you see the same people. It's not like high school. It's not like university with the same classes that you see the same people over and over again. It's like, how do you meet people as an adult? So that's what I had to figure out. In the beginning, it was like just so apparent that like, oh, like I was kind of like a loner. I'd try to like kind of force my way into social circles, like try to invite myself to like places and people's like group and gatherings, and like people sense that.
Yeah, like 100% you come across as cringe at one point, right? Just because you're doing the forcing, and that's part of a journey. I was like the cringiest motherfucker at one point. Yeah.
And then you learn, it's like, oh, like nobody likes a guy who's like needy or like wants it. And it's like they need something from me. They're not here to like provide value or make my life better. It's like they're using me to fill in a void for them. I had to learn exactly like how to integrate myself in an environment. Even though I had no friends, I had to integrate myself in an environment on like, and figure out how to come off on people, like figure out like how people perceive me and look at me and judge me, like, and then be able to like come from like a position of value, you know, somebody who like is interesting and like, so I went through that in like all like my late 20s and stuff. And yeah, and then I like finally figured out like essentially how to make friends again from scratch. So like, it's like, you know, it's like I have like friends that I party with, you know, friends that I just, you know, that I can call anytime, tell anything to, you know, friends that I go to the gym with.
Right.
It's like just rebuilding all that.
So what, let's say you go to like a social setting, how can you, let's say, create new connections from at the party, at an event, like how would you operate, let's say you're in this new environment? You know?
Yeah, so I always believe like, hey, like you're the main character of your movie, so don't wait till somebody like starts talking to you. Be that person when you step into a room that'll initiate the first greeting. You say hello, how are you first? You know what I'm saying? With like genuine intention of like being curious about like who they are.
Right.
It's like starting there and then knowing that like you're enough already. No one's better than you, and like you're already enough, and like you have stuff outside your life before you came and stepped into that new environment. You're working on your passion. You know, you're going to the gym, you're eating healthy, you're stepping outside your comfort zone every day. When you're doing that and you go into a new environment, then it's easier to put yourself out there.
Right.
Don't go into a conversation with your ego like trying to be like, oh, like how am I better than this person? Like figuring that out.
100%. Yeah.
So it's like being genuinely curious about like who they are, like what their story is, and see if like you could align with their values, or like you see what their goals are and you could relate to them and somehow provide them value.
很好的建议啊，说得很好啊。Good advice. I personally think there's no single relationship that's completely unconditional. Right? You're still doing value exchange to a certain level, but value comes many forms and sizes. Right? Can be can be money, can be status, can be sex, can be emotional value.
Yeah, just be a genuine smile, like
exactly, because energy has value itself. Right? As human beings, we all want to be heard, right? We all want to be understood, right? So if you are showing that you're listening to that person, you're understanding that person, you're actually listening to understand, that's a value itself, right? So they have that positive feeling from being heard, and they want to repeat that process again. They want to keep connecting with you.
Yeah. It's like every time you go into a conversation, it's like, think about how much you need to talk about yourself. The less need for you to like want and need to talk about yourself, you'll be way better off. And you can just
100%.
Listen to the other person. And like you said, like get to know them and be genuinely curious about them. And that's how people start opening up. And then once the other person starts feeling comfortable, And then that's when the connection starts happening.
Yo, really hitting home for me. I remember before, every time I would go to a party or even like nightclub, if I carry any sort of agenda, right, that will always be a bad night or bad day, right, or bad social encounter. If I'm always like, oh, how do I look cool in this event, or how do I come across high status?
Yeah.
Right? Always backfires.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm ego driven.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, I'm outcome oriented.
Yeah.
I'm now there to understand people.
Yeah.
To be to tune in to the spiritual journey, the beautiful experience of interacting with people. Because I feel like I'm needing something from the other person.
Yeah.
Right. I'm giving my power away.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because if you feel like you have nothing you need from anyone else, you're already self-fulfilled. You're the most confident version of yourself. Right?
Yeah. I remember in my 20s, it's just like, I love going to raves. And like, I never had people to go to raves with, which fucking sucked. I had to become so fucking socially confident about like me and myself, like going out alone. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, if you want to have a decent time.
I saw you at a rave. Remember? Oh, it's like last year summer.
Okay.
I remember that day.
No,
I was with a group of people actually.
Yeah.
I just came back from like a yacht party and I saw you there.
Yeah. Was
like,
I alone?
Shit. Yeah.
Last
you're
year?
by yourself. Last year was like one of the biggest rave parties.
Okay.
I forgot where it was.
Okay.
But you were like busy. You were sweaty. You're like, oh, I'm talking to people. I need to jump back in there. You're like hustling.
Okay. See, that's like overcompensating. Like I would have to be so healthy and like on point socially and everything, where like to a point where it was like I was myself and I was doing well and I felt good, but I wasn't at the same time. It's like these places that you go to, these raves, like you should be relaxed. Mm-hmm. Right? Like a calm.
It shouldn't be a mission.
Exactly.
To be honest, it shouldn't be a mission.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like I would like meditate. I take it way too seriously because it'd be like a music festival, and I'd be like, this is my one chance to fucking get laid. I know how funny that is, but it's true. Right. It's true. Yeah.
Right.
I made the mistake of like going way too hard into self-improvement to like overcompensate on like who I was. The lesson I learned is like, yo, like you don't gotta be like super perfect to like meet people and like make friends and like be you. Like people want to see if you're like real enough to be yourself. Yeah. Which is easier said than done, but it's like, it's definitely, you don't need to overcompensate.
I think you need a surrender, right? I think a true natural social guy would never think about, oh, I need to meditate before going to a party. They would just, oh, like, let's have fun. Like,
exactly. Yeah. That was like my mindset. Exactly.
You shouldn't take it like a exam or like a task.
Exactly. Right? When I was lonely, it's like, okay, when you go, you got to come off as this like super cool person that's like high status, I guess, is so like present and everything, but it's like that at the end of the day is like overcompensating.
100%.
And you can't, and I couldn't maintain it. Mm-hmm. I couldn't maintain it.
Because you're faking that front.
Exactly. Yeah. It was still a front at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And the people who like actually are really good socially and stuff, and they see right through that. Exactly. And they see your weakness.
Yeah.
And they won't want to connect with you or hang out with you.
Yeah.
Because it's just so blatantly obvious. You don't see it, but everybody else does.
You want me to be totally honest?
What's up?
Yes. That's how I felt when I saw you, to be honest. I knew you were overcompensating, but I respected that a lot, right? Because I was there too, right? So I didn't say much, but deep down, I feel like, I know what he's trying to do. I know he's overcompensating, but I respect that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even with your content journey, I've been kind of watching your stuff as well. I see how you analyze each day and stuff like that, which is great, right? But also I'm thinking you might get to the point you no longer need to analyze every step anymore, right? Maybe you might, let's say where your business is headed, right? You want to start a coaching business. Yes, I think that would be very good for beginners, but you should be able to graduate yourself out of it, right? Just enjoy, get into like the spiritual realm, just to get merged with the universe,
Yeah.
Like a Buddhist state,
I know what you mean. Yeah. Cause I have tapped in a little bit into my spiritual journey. It's like, and I guess I'd like a little bit of your advice too. It's like, man, it's like I'm creating this new business, so it's like, dude, I want to be like. Sometimes you gotta be logical when you start a business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. It's pure logic.
Yeah, you gotta be logical.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like, and I guess we're just talking to each other now.
We don't. Yes, we don't have to keep like.
Yeah. It's like.